Morning everyone, and welcome back to the Runpreneur vlog, where we discuss all things entrepreneurship and running. It is a brutally cold morning. It's windy, feels like temperature is -8, so really cold, eyes are watering, it's that cold. And it's Friday funnels today, where we discuss all things marketing and sales funnels. And today's topic is why you should consider hosting your lead magnets in a Facebook group. So as always, if you like this episode, please give it a like and a subscribe, and let's get started. So, hosting your lead magnets in a Facebook group, why should you do it? Well, firstly, it's something that so many people don't realise that you can use a Facebook group for. Okay, so most of you should be familiar with Facebook groups. If you're not, then you probably haven't been on Facebook. But Facebook group, for those who are new to this, is a community of people that share a vested interest, and they've opted to join a group. You can set groups up where they're private, public, where there's questions they have to answer, compulsory questions to get into the group, and you can approve them. So there's lots of kind of access and security levels you can put on Facebook groups, but ultimately they're a community of people with a similar interest. And what a lot of people don't realise is that there's different ways you can structure them. There's I think you can set it up for a social learning experience. So when you set the group up, you can set it up as a social learning group, and what you get as a benefit of that, hopefully the wind's not too loud, it's obscuring the audio quality, but we'll keep going anyway, hopefully you can hear me. And what you can do when you set up a Facebook group for a social learning setup is it gives you the capacity to create units. Now the units are really cool because what you can do is you can create modules in a course or a program, or just store stuff in a given unit. And what it's really good for is that the insights that the group give you will show you how many people have progressed through each unit. If it's a free course you're delivering, for example, and you can kind of see the number of people that are actually progressing through the program or the course if you're putting it onto your Facebook group. So just to summarise that, to make it clear, you could put a 5-video series free training program in your Facebook group. You could set it up as a social learning Facebook group, which gives you the ability to create units. You could have unit 1, which is video 1, unit 2, video 2, and so forth. And you will see in the analytics the number of people that have completed each video. So it's really cool to see how effective your lead magnet is. If your lead magnet is a video training series, I'll just give you an example. You could also have a PDF download or whatever you want to host in there, and if you set it up as a social learning group and they tick it off when they've completed it, you'll see how many people have engaged with that lead magnet. So yes, you can do all this with more traditional kind of sales funnels and kind of analytics you get from landing pages, video sales pages, etc. Oh, it's really windy today, guys. I'm going to turn around because it's too windy. But I'm running with the wind now, so you can tell the difference for how windy it was. Now you can listen, and I don't feel like I'm slurring as much. But why would this be beneficial? Well, the one thing that Facebook groups do that no landing page will do in a typical sales funnel is it will engage your community with one another if you stoke up some engagement. So a prime example where Facebook groups become really, really useful is if you've got that kind of entry level product, or it might be a free product like a lead magnet, getting all those people in the same place where they have the ability to engage with one another. And if you get people that believe in what you're doing enough, those things, the group will engage itself. A prime example is our 2 Squared Academy, which, it's an educational program, and people pay £1 to join, and then it's £50 a month, but they get put into the Facebook group, and the engagement that's in there, because everybody is trying to follow a similar journey to transforming their lives and creating an income from property ultimately, from a standstill. So but they're all engaged, they're all super motivated, they motivate each other, hold each other accountable. And yes, we do some weekly lives to kind of stoke it, and we answer questions, etc. But the group in itself is very engaged, because there's all people with a really serious vested interest in what you're doing. So yeah, I'm waffling a little bit here because I'm going into different kind of details, but ultimately, if you're somebody who's not got experience with creating a funnel with an opt-in page to get a lead magnet, to capture an email address, you can do all this through Facebook as well, and a Facebook group as well, quite easily. So when people join your Facebook group, you can set up some compulsory questions, one of them being an email address. Now, Facebook are quite clever here, because they don't store the emails and give you them, you know, in a nice, neat report that you can kind of plug into your CRM or whatever. They give you a notification of people that have requested to join, and you can approve them. At the point of approval, you can see their questions and you can see the answers to the questions, but after you approve them, that information is gone. You can't access it anymore, which is really frustrating. So if you're going to do this through Facebook, so when you're setting up your Facebook group, set up the questions and ask questions that you're going to capture market information or market research related information about your clients, but then have a question that, please give me your email address so you can get the lead magnet or whatever. So they have to plug in their email address, and obviously make that compulsory. And when you're approving them, there's two ways you can do this. You can either get someone in an administrative role to approve all the members for you, and then store your email addresses in a spreadsheet of some kind that you can then upload into your CRM. You want to put in the question that, because they're giving you an email address, they're opting into some regular communication from you, all that sort of things, just to cover yourself from a kind of a marketing promotional sense. But you can get an administrator to do that for you, or there's a cool little Chrome extension if you're using Chrome, called Group Leads or Facebook Group Leads. If you search for that in your extensions store, you'll find it. It is a paid service, but it will pull all that information for you into a nice neat spreadsheet, and you've got all that data there. So it can work as like a mini opt-in page. Now, okay, it's not, you've got emails now, and you have to think about the email autoresponder if you're going to start doing email marketing and nurturing the leads that you've generated. But in first iteration, it's a really quick and easy way, a really cheap way to get a simple opt-in funnel for people to opt into a lead magnet, become part of your kind of tribe in your Facebook group. You can see how people are progressing through your lead magnet if it is a multi-step lead magnet, like a video training series. But even if it's a PDF download, they can download it from the unit section and tick that they've done it, and it will still give you insights to how effective that lead magnet is. So those of you that have, because I find that when I first got into sales funnels, it's really quite technical, and there's a lot of people. I'm actually quite a technical person, but there's so many people out there that aren't technical people, and as a direct result of that, they kind of procrastinate or don't set up their sales funnels because of these reasons. It's kind of lack of knowledge. But most people will generally understand how Facebook works and kind of how it all knits together, and just understanding these little nuances in terms of the ability to set up a Facebook group as a social learning group, to put units and modules in place, and the simple aspect of putting compulsory questions to gain access to the group and the approval process. You've kind of created a mini opt-in funnel, and as long as the emails addressed that are captured are being logged and in some form of report, you have a very simple opt-in funnel. And whether you do anything with those email addresses now, or whether you do something in the future, you're starting to build your email list. And as all marketers will tell you, an email list is a massive asset, and technically an email list should be producing, for every email address on your email list, it should be equivalent of worth £1 a month on average to you and your business. So the more email addresses you obtain or capture, the potential more money you're going to make on your marketing campaigns in the future. So I hope this is useful. So I know I've kind of gone off a bit on a tangent here. So to summarise, you can host lead magnets in a Facebook group. Okay, so you could do it even outside a social learning setup, because you could, if it's a download of some kind, you could save it in a file section of your group. But it's quite difficult to find that. So all I'd suggest, if you do put a lead magnet into the Facebook group, make sure your pinned introductory video that you're going to put in that group directs people for where they can get access to the lead magnet. Okay, that's going to be pretty integral. But if you're doing that, they should be able to access it nice and easily. So look, this is just a simple way for people without the technical expertise to kind of get a sales funnel set up. It's a simple way that they can kind of capture email addresses using a Facebook group, as opposed to landing page builders, email autoresponders, CRM systems, and all the tech that kind of goes with creating sales funnels. So hopefully this is something that's useful. So the benefit of a Facebook group over a landing page is clearly the community spirit you can build and the engagement you can generate. So we use it particularly for people that have opted in on our low-level products, so that we can get the engagement. They can see each other's wins, you can kind of celebrate them with them and kind of take them on the journey, and as a result they're more likely to take the upsell because they've been involved in the community and they see the benefit of being part of that community. And that's what you get with a Facebook group over a landing page. So I hope this has been useful. It's been a little bit all over the shop this episode today, but ultimately you can create a very simple email opt-in funnel using your Facebook group if you follow the steps that I've been through in this video. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm really cold this morning, so that's probably having an impact why the content delivery is perhaps not where it should be. But as always, if you've got any questions and stuff, drop me a comment. I'll respond to every one. If it's a bigger question, I'll do a separate vlog episode and I'll tag you in. If it's not relevant to you, that's fine. You just unfollow me on your social platforms. You can still remain friends, but unfollowing me will stop you getting notified of all my content as it gets released. So that's absolutely fine. But before you do that, do check out my Runpreneur YouTube channel, because I do a different topic on every day of the week. So just because today's topic isn't relevant, tomorrow or the day after may be very relevant. So do check out the YouTube channel, as everything's catalogued nice and neatly by playlist and topic, so it should be easy to navigate, and it's a completely free resource. Also check out the bios on my social platforms, as I'm hosting more and more free resources there, and my first one being my 70-step process for repurposing, reformatting and optimising your social content across all platforms. So if you want to get one piece of content out there in as many different variants and many different assets as possible, then check out that repurposing checklist, and hopefully you'll find it useful. So that's it. All that's left to say is that the Runpreneur vlog was set up to help entrepreneurs and business owners overcome the emotions of stress, overwhelm and anxiety by using exercise, or in my case running, as a release valve or release mechanism to kind of manage and control that daily, weekly pressure in the form of stress, relieve it so you can kind of get clarity, you can keep focused, keep in control of your situation. If you don't have that release mechanism, then stress will build up like pressure in a pipe, and it builds and builds and builds, turns to overwhelm, which then turns into panic and anxiety, and before you know it, the pipe bursts. And one of two things happens in that scenario: the entrepreneur will have a breakdown, or the business will have a breakdown. And unfortunately, either or can often be terminal to the likelihood of your business lasting the test of time. Now, I've been there. I've lost multiple businesses because of my inability to process these emotions. I've lost multiple business partners because of this, and I've almost been bankrupt. And it's a pretty dark and grim place, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So, my pledge to you is that, it's no coincidence, for starters, that I've made more progress in the last 8 months when I've started doing this vlog and this run every day as my kind of release mechanism than I have done in the past 4 years. So hopefully there's enough proof there, and I'm talking you through my journey every week so you can kind of understand the kind of steps I'm going through here, and hopefully inspire you to do something the same to find your release mechanism. So my pledge to you is, if you are someone who's struggling with this, drop me a message, okay? There's no catch here. I'll jump on a call with you and I'll give you some steps that I've followed in my life that have made a massive difference to me, and I hope they can do the same for you. As I've always said, that if this vlog just helps one entrepreneur or saves one business, it's been 1,000,000% worthwhile. So the help is there, you just have to ask for it, and it doesn't cost anything. So many have taken me up on this, and we've made many positive steps in so many entrepreneurs' lives, and that's exactly what this vlog is about. So on that note, I'll leave you there. As always, if you like this episode, please give it a like, a comment and a subscribe. If you want to see more similar content, please check out the playlist link of my YouTube channel, Runpreneur. And all that's left to say, as always, stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.